Oh yeah, baby, it's time once again for another episode of This Old Outboard.
Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can get this damn thing on that stand. And it's too long, it's gonna drag the ground. So like I've been saying, I gotta get this gear case off. But meanwhile, while I'm doing that, show you what I do to these damn hoods when I pick up something like this. Needs to do the cleaning up, baby. So what I like to do, get me some bleachy weechy straight when it's in that rough a shape. A little paintbrush and just start putting it right on that rubber. And I've done so many motors like that. It's crazy. And actually this thing looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to paint the whole thing. You can see already how it's lightening up. And then it doesn't hurt the finish, it doesn't hurt anything. And then while I'm working on the motor, I'll come over every once in a while, hit it again and again and again until she get pretty. So this whole thing could use some bleach on it. Anyway, I did notice too, missing a little skag that fits in there, but I actually have one in the van from those parts motors. Prop looks like a real boom. Right there, crack. Other than that, man, it looks like new. Look at this, not a neck bump. Right there, it's got a crack in it. I don't think it'll hurt it too bad. Anyway, I did check the gear oil. It was a little milky. So, and you can see around the gear, the prop, you see that right there? And it's oil. But it's not leaking, dripping. I think what happened was from sitting outside so long, resting on that prop, screwed up that seal right there. Another thing I noticed about this thing, I hope I'm wrong, is that on the neck here, the steering column, shaft, whatever it's called, in here goes through. This wants to, rock a little bit, which means the bushings in there are bad. And I hope I'm wrong, because I really don't want to tear this thing apart if I don't have to. Also, very important, if you saw all that crap I went through with that 70 horse, and swapping that gear case, very important on the shaft length. They screw in, they screw out. So when I pull this thing out, man, I want to make sure it stays exactly where it was. Alright, let's see. Uh-oh. Yep, this was mangled in there, the rubber gasket here. And then this just fell out. It almost looks like a razor blade, but it's not. And it seemed to come out with... Ooh, there's a spider. Where'd he go? There he is. Looks like could be a brown recluse. Sorry, Mr. Spider. Fuck it. Alright. So, this piece, as I pulled this damn thing out, it came right out of that. Strange, right? Okay, that's just this. Alright, so it was just this that was loose and kind of scared me. I thought it was the whole neck here. Nope, it's tight. So, you see how fast that thing is cleaning up and bleaching out? Like I say, just keep hitting it, hitting it, hitting it. And that's Walmart bleach, it's not that strong. Alright, so I got her bolted on here and here, and we're going to just try to pick this damn thing up and see if we can get it up there. Well, that worked. A little different than I thought. We just spun it around, came off the side of this thing and just picked it up, me and not Captain Mark, but Mark, my neighbor behind me. So she's on, baby. I hope these old lawnmower wheels don't break. Next, we get the starter back on. Get the hydraulic line swapped out on the tilt trim. And I'm going to throw some gas on it and a battery and see if this thing wants to fire. Because like I said, I got a funny feeling. Alright, baby. Beautiful day. I'm going to run down and get some gas, boat gas. Come back, get this damn hydraulic line replaced. Plug up this damn thing. Tilt and trim. Plug up some gas, plug up a battery, see what's going on. I bought that new wiring harness. This is what the guy was using. He had it hot wired somehow, some way. It's an old school, real old school plug. And I'm like, man, I'm not messing with it. I just bought the new one. Alright, so first and foremost, I need a couple screws to hold this puppy together. For some reason it was taken apart when I got it. So I need to find a couple screws to hold that puppy. I looked up the schematic on boatinfo.no. boatinfo.no. I've mentioned that before. You need wiring schematic, or you need any manual. They're all on there, free. I had to take the vice grips and loosen this puppy up. Looks to be a little bit of a mess in there. Yeah, boy, it was empty. So I cleaned it off a little bit. Finally got this side in. I pulled this thing out, bent this side to maneuver this in. Like I said, it's hitting on here. No room on this side. This side's got, I can stick my finger in there. And that was the problem. It kept hitting on here. I tilted this both ways. Finally got it in there. Boom. Now I'm going to get a wire connector for this cut wire here. Probably got pinched in there somewhere. And hook this baby up. So originally, when this thing was sitting down there at the lake, I went, oh well, this is loose. Looks like the screw in here, the bolt is too long. Alright. And I said this front cover down here was missing. Well, here's what I'm finding out now. Son of a... Watch this. The freaking power head isn't even bolted down. When I had this thing on the hand truck laying down, I was like, yeah, it's missing a bolt down there. Which seems to be a very long bolt. You know, another one of those deals. Oh, well, it was running great. Something broke. The guy took it off, fixed it, but went ahead and bought another bigger motor. And like I said, I was still waiting to find out what broke. And where's the freaking key? And why did he, you know, what it was that he fixed? Well, I mean, it could be a big deal, or it may not be a big deal. I mean, where's the freaking bolts? You can't tell me you're running this thing like that. I could see they had a buttload of silicone squeezed in there. And right in here is where all the silicone was. And then right here, bolt goes up here and one on the other side. And this piece is still bolted on the inside. And then there's a cover plate that's missing here. So I ain't gonna be able to fire this thing up, that's for sure. I was worried about firing it up and making noise, you know. So I gotta get this cover off and see what's going on. There's 4 bolts in there, little ones. I think that's all that's holding it. Alright, got the bolts out. Ooh, see? Well, good news there, that gasket looks good. Look at this damn thing. Frickin' broke. Look at it, they're all just hanging. What a mess. The wrong size. Oh, you know what? That's broke. Or they broke, or were they cut to fit? Son of a bitch. Same thing over here. Hanging out. I can't imagine that they're all broke exactly in the same place. They got 10 different, all these different washers on them, holding them, you know, taking up the space. Here's what's left of the top gasket. And like I said, put all this silicone in. So got 2 actually holding this thing in, and they're the wrong size. You know, something like this is such an easy fix. Why would you screw it up with this kind of mess? You know, unbelievable. Now, let me get these other couple bolts out. One just like this on the other side. Those 2 out, and they're full length. Which is telling me that these all did break off. And probably the reason why is because they're too long. So now I got a big problem. Now, I see like a bolt, just the bottom of a bolt coming through here with threads coming down. I don't know if a nut's supposed to go on there. I'll have to look in the schematic. Yep, I can. It's lifting up with everything else. So is this whole thing gonna come out now? I can't see what's going on over there. Wow, look at that. The freaking wood screw in there. Can you friggin' believe that? Goddamn wood screw.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of This Old Outboard. Follow the real life saga, one outboard at a time. You never know what's gonna happen next. It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.